This being a newer neighborhood, you're able to go again into a neighborhood in the city.
It's really exciting, Ted. It's this neighborhood was put in here about 15, 20 years ago, and it's adjacent to Interstate 95, and it was fully a big forest. And then they devastated it. They had soil problems here in the beginning, and then you'll see some places that still can't grow trees and bushes. So trees are critical for all kinds of things, as we know, but more importantly, they add value to the real estate.
Yeah.
A tree-lined neighborhood can get 20 to 25% more and for the value for their house. So helping these folks to realize that is something that we're real excited about.
Just to go through look at these streets and see and envision them being tree-lined is going to make a big difference.
It is, and the trees that were put in here in the beginning were the wrong trees, and so they're not growing very well, so we'll have to be replacing those in the next few years. But right now, we're putting oaks in here. Now, people say, oh, oaks are going to get too big. Well, there's only so much soil volume in the utility strip. So they're going to max out about 30, 40 feet, and they're going to be fine. And it's a 5-foot wide utility strip, which is wider than most in the city. So we're real excited to have oaks because, of course, oaks help the most wildlife. They help the bees, and they help the butterflies, and they help the birds.
What I also like to see here is, because there's so many kids involved, I just look at all these various groups and think a lot of these kids are going to walk away with a lot of knowledge that they're going to be able to
Absolutely.
pass on.
We've got the Rotary, we've got University of Mary Washington women's soccer team. We've got kids from Stafford High and from Colonial Forge and also from the Fredericksburg schools. So we're just really a good eclectic group. I've got 15 of my tree stewards here, and we're also having this event filmed by the Department of Forestry to show the rest of the state how to properly plant. Tree Fredericksburg is a leader in this. We've studied, we've gotten experts come in and help us, and we know what makes a tree successful. Right here we've got a swamp white oak that we just planted. We planted one of those 14 years ago in Maury Playground. It's 52 feet high.
Wow.
This is not going to get 52 feet high. I know people are kind of nervous. Oh, that's going to get too big. This isn't, because of the soil volume, and the roots have to go out in order to get that kind of height. But it's going to be a healthy tree, and that's what's really important.
That is so interesting, though, because I've learned so much, and I've done so many videos with you explaining these. I mean, you know, Tree Fredericksburg, you know what you're doing.
We do. And I'm not an arborist, and an arborist means you can pass the test, okay? And that's good. We want arborists. We want certified arborists. And I'm not a horticulturist. I didn't go to college for horticulture. But I had my own landscape company for many years, native plants. But more importantly, we studied and listened to other experts. When we sat down to do the tree list for the city, we brought in the Department of Forestry, we brought in the Extension Service, many arborists, Bartlett Tree Research. Everybody gave into this list. We decided what was going to be the best for our city, and we followed it, and it's really worked out really well for us.
Now, you know how to make things grow and where things should be, basically.
Well, what's going to be real fun here now, in the next month, we're going to see lots and lots of red buds, cherries, all kinds of things blooming out and making our city just more beautiful than it is. That soil is going to kind of wash back into that. You don't want it to wash back in. It should be as flat as a pancake when you're done. Same with your mulch. Okay, so use this end of the rake because you want to move the soil. Use your knees.
I can go all around the city and know the different times I've been with you and see situations like this where you planted them a few years ago and now they're flourishing.
Oh, they are. And you know what? I hear from so many people how grateful they are that we've done this for our city, because trees are a gift to the future. I'm not going to be here in 20, 30 years, but I can already in my mind's eye see these trees, and I can see how they're going to enhance these neighborhoods and make them a better place to live for everybody.
You might be here in 20 and 30 years. So these kinds of events, when you can do this, Tree Fredericksburg keeps you young.
It does. I mean, Frank, you can go talk to him in a few minutes. He's 81 years old, and Frank is one of our best volunteers. And he's just got the energy of a kid. And actually, I do too. I mean, we did.
Yeah.
we did a lot of work yesterday, and we're raring to go today. And I've got a Cub Scout group over at the War Memorial planting at 1 o'clock. So you're invited as well if you want to come, Ted.
Never stops. Thank you, Ann.
Oh, thanks so much.